Tremendous day's start. Jehovah. What's a cinnamon for damn it? I don't know. Anyway, so this is Saturday afternoon. Didn't get up in time to train in the morning, so did in the afternoon. So start off with a bit of back work. So dead hangs for 15 seconds and 20 seconds, and 3x2 on the deadlift, or 3x2 on pull up, which are all fine. And then introducing pause double into the session. So warmed up, worked up to 220 for two and a start. So I'm trying, forgot to pause these ones. So I'm trying just like a top down setup rather than kind of putting hands on and setting up around the bar, just to see how it feels. I have tried this before and I've done it with a belt. When I was doing it with a belt, I found that I was able to get a really good brace, but I found that my the pressure on my head was too much, so I just felt like it was like about to pass out when I was doing it. So just trying with the pauses and the 10x3 on the 2 minute. Overall, I think it feels pretty good in terms of strength. One thing that I'm not a huge fan of is there's kind of like a bit of a lack of precision. I feel like I'm kind of coming off to one side or the other, depending on the setup. So I'll keep going with it. I think something. So my deadlift's not been tremendously successful. It's probably the lift I've had the least amount of success with. As you can see there, I'm kind of coming off to the underhand side. Um, it's the lift that I've definitely had the least amount of success with. I mean, I've managed to pull 320, which was a lifetime natural goal. But I think I've got a bigger pull on me just based off some sets I've done in the past. Like I've done 260 for 9. Um, I've done 260 for 8. I did an AMRAP block last year where I started at 260 for 6 and managed to push them to 9. I was trying to get to 10, but kind of blew out of the water before then. I've pulled like, pretty sure I pulled to 80 for 4 or 5. So I just kind of feel like I've got a bigger pull in me. Based off kind of like RPE calcs, I should have like a 330, 340 on multiple occasions from training, but I've just never really got there. Anytime I kind of get heavy, I just kind of like fail at my knees. So I think some of it was due to my bracing, kind of going into too much extension and then kind of losing the power below the knee. So I spent a lot of time the last couple of years kind of retraining that and trying to break that habit. So I think if I introduce like a different kind of setup, like a top-down setup, I'm hoping it just kind of takes me out of some of my learned timidness around deadlift, some of my kind of overthinking, I think just like put my hands on the bar and pull will be useful for me mentally. So I'm gonna keep with it, see how it goes. I'm gonna bring singles into the program probably not next week, but probably the week after. Either singles or doubles on day one. I don't know if I'll keep the rack pulls in. I might just kind of sack them for doubles, but the minute kind of for the next week or two, rack pulls will serve a purpose. Anyway, that'll do for today. It's Saturday and I need to get away from work, but job done. I have to train tomorrow as well. I need to do that in the morning.